Hi everyone, I am going to whiz through what we did there for this formatting and referencing section. We're on the formatting, the first section here, not the referencing yet. So down here you've got all of that Microsoft Word. Feel free to print it out and type right in your answers as you go down through it. This is what I want to focus on today, is just to make sure everybody is okay with this. The advantage of it being recorded is so that you can go back over it yourself, pause, rewind, and all the rest, as you know well yourselves at this stage. So what we are doing here is we're going to create a Microsoft Word document, and I have Word open in the background as well. I can scroll in and out, use my control and the scrolly wheel on the mouse just allows me to scroll in and out for visibility on the screen. So alternating between two open windows, if you remember as well, holding down the Alt key to the left of the spacebar and typing your tab, and it'll open up your windows that you've got open. It'll open the alternative ones. So I want to create a new Microsoft Word document called Privacy on the Web and save it in your computing class folder on OneDrive. So if I select that piece of text, because I know that's the name of it, and I can go File, Save As, give it a location where you have your OneDrive here. So if I clicked into my OneDrive, or if I wanted to put it on my desktop and upload it later, that'd be okay too. But just make sure that you do upload it, because otherwise the file could be gone the next time you log in and you might be expecting it to be there. So name and location, save as type, leave that as a Word document, don't change it. So if I click on save there, yeah, replace existing file, that's fine with me. Okay, so copying and pasting the text then. Catch all of your text. As you know at this stage, I'm fond of shortcuts. Control C to copy, Alt and Tab back into my other window, and Control V and to do paste. Right? Number one, changing all of the text to Arial size 13. The shortcut, you want to select all of your content. So there is there such a word as long cut? Here's the full menu of your select all. Alternatively, you can use Control, the magic control again. Control A will select all. So you wanted this to be changed into Arial. Here's my drop down. It is in alphabetical order, so I can start typing in A, R, I, and there's my Arial comes up. So there's Arial, and I want it to be size 13 in that drop down. It only goes 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 14, 16. So if you want it to be size 13, you don't have the option in a drop down, so you need to type it in. 1, 3, press enter, and there's all of my text. Okay, that says size 13. Change the title to anyone from WordArt. So I'm going to click out here in the left. That's my Privacy on the Web title. And I am going to add in some word art. So just give a change of scenery to a document. Make it look a bit more visually attractive. So choose whichever one you want. I'll choose this one. There's my Privacy on the Web. Yeah, it looks nice, but just if your text is up beside it, enter, 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 enter. We'll pull it back down again. And you can catch the handles and just move this around. And I showed you in class there, those little, almost like laser levels, where you can see where is the top margin of the document and also where is the center. So now there's my Privacy on the Web, nice and center lined in there. Double underlining the authors. So down at the end, if I click out in my margin, that's the whole line selected. And you have bold, italics and underline, but that's just regular underline. So instead of that, I want it for this purpose, I want it to be a double underline. You could do dashes, dots and all the rest. But for now, or as well you can change the colour of it. For now, I'm just going to stick with the double underline. Experiment. Don't be afraid to experiment. Go in and see what those options are. Move or cut the first paragraph and paste it under the last one. So because I'm working on one page, I can select this here. And what I could do is I could cut and paste it, Control X to cut. And down in here, press enter to move on to a new paragraph and paste. So there's my cut and paste, my shortcuts. That what you can do otherwise is if you want to move a block of contents, especially if you're only on one page, I can select it and then click and drag and tell it put it up there or put it down here. So you just need to make sure you have your setup. Get rid of any empty lines if you don't want them to be. Remember this little show hide. Oh yeah, I pressed enter one too many times. I'm going to use my delete key or my backspace, because backspace will just delete this little enter mark. It'll delete behind my cursor. And remember, your DELETE, your delete key on a full keyboard, will delete what's in front of it. So we just want to have my document without all the extras. Insert that sentence. I'm going to again click and drag over it, Control and C to copy, and it's going in after the first sentence up in here before if you bank. And there we go. Just make sure if we have a full stop that you've got a space mark as well. Edit Lauden and Laudenette to read Lauden and Lauden. If you want, you could copy and paste it, or else down to the end, my backspace, see where my cursor is, backspace will delete to the left, and my delete key will delete TTE, what's in front of the cursor. And I'm going to press end just to get to the end of that. I'll use my get to the end of a sentence is your end, get to the beginning of a sentence is your home. So I'm going to backspace, backspace, and it was 2022 is what it should have been. Justify alignment just gives a nice straight edge. If you're looking, I showed you that in class. It looks nice and straight on the left, all jagged on the right. So I'm going to Control A and justify my text again. Headers with my name, footer with my page number. So up into my header and footer, I'll just click anywhere to stop it being selected. Double click up here, and I'm opening up my header. Caroline Cal, and I can click on, I can either scroll down or click on go to footer. Doesn't matter. And in there you can put in your page number. So you can choose a position or you can have the current position, whichever, because it just depends on which one you pick here anyway. So whichever number you want. So I've decided I don't want it on the left. I'm going to go back to the start of it, and I'm going to tab. There's the center, and tab again. Tab is above caps lock. We'll move it over to the left hand side, so you can edit that at any stage. I can't edit my content anymore because I'm inside this header and footer. It's like another layer, as I mentioned. So I'll need to either close my header and footer, or I'll just double click on my document and that will automatically close it for me. Spell checker then, that we shouldn't have too many spelling mistakes. So we'll review. There's my spelling and grammar. It comes up with some options. There's my spellings is 100%. That's fine. My grammar, give a check and see. What do you think? Do you want to consider their suggestion or do you want to ignore it? So you can consider it, or you can move down to the next one. You can consider it by just clicking on it and yeah, I want to apply that. Yeah, I want to apply that. And that's all fine. And you can see conciseness comes up saying, I'm just considering this. Do you know what? I'm going to ignore it because I'm happy with the way it is. Next up we're going to search for the word important. Shortcut, back to my lovely Control F to find. So back into my document, Control F to find, which is the exact same thing as clicking on this little find up in your home ribbon. I want to search for the word important. There, it shows me what important. There's my word. So I'm going to select that word and I want to use the thesaurus, which just means I want a different word and use important 15 times. So I could say essential or principal or whatever it might be, insert it, and it just replaces that. So search for that, use your thesaurus to change it. Quick save, shortcut, Control and S to save it. So saving any changes just to make sure you're up to speed. So I could do Control and S, or else just click on this little floppy disk up along on top, whatever you want. Replace or invest your online brokerage with or pay for goods online. So you can just, I Control C, I copied that piece of text. I'm going to do a search here, Control and F to find, BROKER, broker. There's my text. Or invest through a broker. So I'm going to select the text. I don't even need, I could delete it. I could backspace. I don't even need to. I'm just going to paste on top of it. And now it says if you bank through the net or pay for goods online, you must give out a great deal. And that's all fine. Search for the word management, the same thing. You're going to go into your search bar, put in the word management, do a search, and your thesaurus, which I can see is open there already. There's my thesaurus back in your review. So management, you rarely have any management over what the site will do. So we rarely have any regulation, supervision, government. You can see the ION at the end. Maybe we don't need that. It wouldn't read well. You rarely have any, let's see, running. administration, supervision, managing, controlling. So yeah, I could decide, well, I'll insert control. You rarely have any controlling over what site. You rarely have any control, would read better. So always make sure you proofread, because of course you can get errors. Your email address wants to be in the footer, and I want a space bar after it so that it becomes a link. So I'm going to scroll down. I'll just double click here. My footer is over here. I'm going to type in my email address 2000@mail.wit.ie. When I press the space bar, it changes into a link. So that gives a nice professional look to my document. Close down any windows you don't want. Close down your thesaurus, close down your navigation, close down your editor if you're done with them. Remember, when you're in headers and footers, you need to double click back in your document to get out of your header and footer. Reformat, Times New Roman, size 12, justified text, Control and A again. It's all in alphabetical order. Times, there's my Times New Roman coming up, lovely, yeah. Size 12, you can either type in and press enter or else use your drop down. And there's my document, size 12 and justify. You can see it's justify already because there's a nice straight edge on the left and a straight edge on the right. And that is that. Done. If you wanted to upload that, so let's say if I go, I'm going to close that. Do I want to save it? I'm going to cancel that for a minute because I want to make sure I know where I put it. Save as desktop 2425. Okay, so I have put it into yours. So yes, if I close it, do I want to save it? Of course I do. All my hard work. And I'm going to go into my Moodle area. So let's say I want to upload my Moodle. I know this is the wrong one, but I didn't put in the week 2 yet. Just for the purpose of this. All you're doing to upload to Moodle is you go and find the correct area and you simply add a file. So in here, I can either drag and drop if you have your files open on Windows Explorer, or else I can tell it, yeah, I'll add my file, browse to where my file is. So where did I put it? Mine, I put it in there, and here's my privacy on the web. So double clicking on it, privacy on the web, upload this file, and that's it. So saving my changes allows me to have my submission. It's telling me I'm 6 hours, 50 minutes early. Hooray for me. So in 2 hours time, I remember, oh, I forgot to make your edits, save it onto your OneDrive, or if you're working at home on your desktop. And just, this is a totally separate to your file that's on that you have saved. So when I click on remove the submission, it only removes it. Are you sure you want to remove it? Yeah, continue. I want to remove that because that was an old file. And now I'm going to add my submission. I've made my changes, edited it, and whatever else. And I can upload it again as many times as I want. There is no time limit. There is no file limit on this. So I can keep uploading and say, oh, here's my latest version, grand. I need to upload that one. So double click on it and upload it again. And again, we're back in. The file is uploaded. Okay, so you can remove it. You can delete it as many times as you want. Hopefully that'll get you all up and running with that anyway.